In the heart of the rolling hills, nestled within a quaint village, lived a painter known as the Painter of Happiness. His paintings, renowned throughout the land, were vibrant tapestries of joy, each stroke a testament to his extraordinary talent. People journeyed from far and wide, drawn by the promise of his art's uplifting spirit. His paintings weren't merely representations of happiness, they were conduits of it. He infused each canvas with his own boundless joy, imbuing them with a unique magic that resonated deeply within the hearts of those who gazed upon them. One day, a young woman named Alara, burdened by a deep sadness, visited the painter's humble studio. Her eyes, once sparkling with life, were now clouded with despair. She had lost her family in a tragic accident, and the world seemed devoid of color and light. The Painter of Happiness, sensing her sorrow, gently offered her a seat. He didn't speak of her loss or offer empty platitudes. Instead, he presented her with a blank canvas and a set of brushes. "Paint your sorrow," he said, his voice as warm and comforting as a summer breeze. "Let it flow onto the canvas. Don't hold back." Hesitantly, Alara began to paint. She poured all her grief, all her anguish, onto the canvas, using dark and muted colors to express the emptiness she felt. As she painted, the Painter of Happiness watched silently, his presence a soothing balm to her aching soul. When she was finished, the painting was a stark representation of her sorrow, a visual testament to her pain. But as Alara stepped back to examine her work, something remarkable happened. The Painter of Happiness took a single brushstroke of vibrant gold and added a tiny spark of light to the darkest corner of the painting. He then handed her a palette of bright colors and encouraged her to add more. Slowly, hesitantly, Alara began to add strokes of color, tiny flecks of hope amidst the darkness. She painted a single sunbeam piercing through the clouds, a small flower pushing its way through the hardened earth, a distant bird soaring in the sky. With each stroke, a tiny bit of her sadness seemed to lift. By the time she finished, the painting had transformed. It still bore the marks of her sorrow, but now it also held a glimmer of hope, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. The Painter of Happiness smiled, his eyes twinkling with understanding. "Happiness isn't the absence of sorrow," he said softly, "but the ability to find light even in the darkest of times." Alara looked at her painting, a newfound sense of peace washing over her. She realized that while her grief would always be a part of her, it didn't have to define her. She could choose to find joy, to create her own happiness, one brushstroke at a time.